Kasamahan natin ang PhilAm boxing analyst at writer na si Ryan Songalia. Yeah, good morning, Ryan.
Hey, good morning. Thank you for having me today.
Yeah. So, what is the difference between Olympic boxing and professional boxing? Most of Filipinos are much more familiar with professional boxing because of Pacquiao.
They're two very different sports. Like people always talk about how if basketball players, professional basketball players, and professional tennis players can compete in the Olympics, why can't professional boxers? Honestly, I don't know if they could win. A lot of the top professional boxers right now could beat the amateurs in 3-round bouts. The professionals have 12 rounds to work with. The amateurs are good at 3-round fights. They fight at a faster pace.
Joining us now is Ring Magazine's Ryan Songalia, who's in New York and will be reporting at the fight. Ryan, Canelo is stepping up weight classes. Is this fight a risk any more than stepping in a ring and getting punched in the head is usually a risk?
Thanks for having me, Paul. I think that going up to 168 pounds, he has taken a calculated risk because Rocky Fielding is taller, he's heavier, he is the physically bigger man, but he gives up those advantages. They're not really advantages if you don't use them. So by getting in close the way that he likes to fight, I think he's actually playing into Canelo Alvarez's hands. I think that this is a very good style matchup to make Canelo Alvarez look like the 365 million man that he is right now.
The Ring Magazine writer Ryan Songalia weighs in on the comparisons between Angkajas and Pacquiao. He also tells CNN Philippines a showdown against another Filipino fighter is up next.
Well, when people are talking about him being the next Manny Pacquiao, I'm trying to think, you know, Muhammad Ali. There was never a next Muhammad Ali. There was never a next Sugar Ray Robinson. There was never a next... all these great fighters, Mike Tyson, there was never going to be another person who captures the same magic as Manny Pacquiao. And I don't think it's really fair to compare the two because they're very different fighters.
There is a personal element to this because when they're staring at each other, Jerwin had this look in his face like, you may be my countryman, but you know, you got to take this belt. I want to keep my belt. I asked Sultan about that. Sultan said, listen, you know what? Maybe you're trying to intimidate me, but I'm not scared. You can feel the combustible energy building before a fight night.
While this may be Pacquiao's biggest match in terms of prize purse, it remains a mismatch, according to Ryan Songalia, the only Filipino-American member of Boxing Writers Association of America. He cites, MOSLEY is not as explosive as he was 10 years ago. Pacquiao could be out of his league.
I think the reason why Pacquiao is facing MOSLEY is because he knows it's a beatable fight. He knows that Mayweather's trying to hold the ball and wait for Pacquiao to get old and get hurt maybe in a fight, and then he'll pounce on him. This way, Pacquiao won't get hurt. He's taking these fights, staying busy, he's staying in the ring, he's making money, while Mayweather's sitting on the sidelines waiting for Pacquiao to get old.
Each generation has its share of great fighters, but every once in a while, the two best fighters of an era compete around the same weight class, inspiring endless debate centered around a simple question: what if? What if? But boxing matches aren't won by comparing the past. They're won by skill, strategy, and above all else, will. On May 2nd, the two most celebrated fighters of this generation will finally meet. The fight will hopefully settle a score that divided fan opinions from the Philippines to the United States and everywhere else there were boxing fans. In just a matter of days, the talk is over. The fans will get what they've been asking for all along. This is Ryan Songalia. See you on Fight Night.